Changing default encoding of Python? I have many can't encode and can't decode problems with Python when I run my applications from the console. But in the Eclipse PyDef IDE, the default character encoding is set to UTF-8, and I'm fine. I searched around for setting the default encoding, and people say that Python deletes the sys.setDefaultEncoding function on startup, and we cannot use it. So what's the best solution for it?
Here is a simpler method, hack, that gives you back the setDefaultEncoding function that was deleted from sys. Note for Python 3.4+, reload is in the imprtlib library. This is not a safe thing to do, though. This is obviously a hack, since sys.setDefaultEncoding is purposely removed from sys when Python starts. Re-enabling it and changing the default encoding can break code that relies on ASCII being the default. This code can be third-party, which would generally make fixing it impossible or dangerous. P.S. This hack doesn't seem to work with Python 3.9 anymore.
If you get this error when you try to pipe/redirect output of your script, unicode encode error column ASCII codec can't encode characters in position 0 to 5 column ordinal not in range 128. Just export Python-O encoding in console and then run your code. Export Python-O encoding equals UTF-8.
A. To control sys.getDefaultEncoding output. ASCII. Then. And. UTF-16b. You could put your site customize.py higher in your Python path. Also you might like to try reload sys.setDefaultEncoding by @eol. B. To control stin.encoding and stout.encoding you want to set Python-O encoding. ASCII. Then. UTF-16b. Finally, you can use A, or B, or both.
Starting with PyDef 3.4.1, the default encoding is not being changed anymore. See this ticket for details. For earlier versions, a solution is to make sure PyDef does not run with UTF-8 as the default encoding. Under Eclipse, run dialog settings, run configurations. If I remember correctly, you can choose the default encoding on the Common tab. Change it to ASCII if you want to have these errors early, in other words, in your PyDef environment. Also see an original blog post for this workaround.
If you want to see more, please consider subscribing.